Hi, everybody.
Good
Hey,
evening.
hi, how are you?
we got the cutest guest right now.
Oh, hey, hi, how is everybody? Is everybody good? Good. I'm looking for something to eat right now. I just went to the litter box and came back. I thought I was going to miss you guys.
Oh, well, are you done talking to us?
Hey, hi. Oh, oh, wow. I think there was a kibble on the floor. Oh, hi. How's it going, people?
So,
Adrian, we got the cutest guest on tonight.
yep.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I see. What? Oh,
Adrian.
Oh, hi, how are you? Boy, you're tall.
So is that Tom or Jerry?
You don't have to worry. I don't have any nuts to lick.
you sure about that? Because when I just came on, I swear I saw a butthole.
That was
Oh,
an ear.
I'm so sorry. Yes, I am. I'm so sorry. Oh, wait. Oh,
What's up,
hey.
Mort?
Oh, well,
Hey,
hello.
Poor
Jill.
little butthole cat.
Everybody wave. She's
What's up,
trying to
Rich?
wave.
You know,
Hi.
I'm just gonna say this now, Jeremy. I'm sure you can see it. There's a lot of viewers watching right now.
Hi, people. How are you?
Okay. So,
Okay,
Man.
back to normal.
If you guys are familiar
Right.
with Stephen King's short story, The Cat from Hell,
You know
That's
what?
me.
Joanne makes a good point here. It's only scary when it winks.
there you go.
Good part.
okay.
Oh,
So
yeah?
heads up, I'm trying to cook and do this too because
Well,
I'm
so am
telling you
I,
what's going on in there.
Well, Tom's trying to eat, so
actually.
I
Yeah.
will too here in a minute. Bart, hey man, how you doing?
Hi, Bart. See, how about
I had,
I
I
did
had
before the
free
show?
Burger, I had free Burger King today.
You
Ooh.
did.
Yeah, well, I was cooking steaks until, well, yeah.
Oh, hey, Tammy. Tammy's from my work, one of my work buddies.
I can't even
I'm
remember the
sorry,
last time
Tammy.
I had fast food, Eileen.
Do I?
I cannot even remember the last time I even had fast food.
I wish I could say that, but I cannot.
Well, I got a
Boo
gift
Bear?
card. I got a
My
gift
Blue
card
Bear saw his
today.
shadow. I'm sorry. I just had to let you know that. My
So,
Blue Bear,
First, here we come.
yeah, he 6 more weeks of winter. Uh-oh.
so we go from kitty cat to Care Bear, huh?
I'm gonna tell you what, I already have a gun ready for that damn fucking groundhog gopher bullshit.
uh, well, what do you want? He comes out of a hole and they hold him up in the air. I would be afraid too, and I would say, "Get me back in there."
Did you see the one that died? They went to go get him out and he was dead.
What?
No,
No.
hope
I
it
think it was
wasn't.
Nebraska, but anyway, he was dead.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
Yeah, I
no,
don't know anything about this.
I don't either.
I don't either. But I don't pay
It
attention.
came across my news feed and I accidentally just kind of swiped by it. But yeah, I saw that.
You
It's like,
swiped
oh.
right.
Oh, thank God
Yes,
Nick
Joe.
wasn't in Woodstock because they were doing that big 30th anniversary of Groundhog Day there.
Yes,
Okay.
Joe. There's already too much snow.
Can you hear me, Nick?
Oh, around here
We
is
can hear you, Tom. We can hear you.
Oh,
I don't want
okay.
to hear the word snow for years.
you
No,
probably
we're
got
going
it.
up to 40 degrees.
So you the next 20 years.
I'm good. I'm good.
Oh,
That was
that's
some
right.
bullshit.
You went up to Wisconsin over the weekend, so you got even more snow.
Yeah.
That was some bullshit. I'm
What
telling
the
you
hell? I
what, we
thought you
went
guys
into
were going
a
to try to meet up
slide.
with me.
We get
That is,
this
that is exactly why I told you just shut your eyes and think about the sun.
Mm,
yeah,
of course.
so we get somewhere near Wisconsin. It wasn't in the state. Might have been Nebraska. I don't even know. I'm not going to try. But
She brought too much stuff from Colorado with her.
I wish I had. And I tell you what, I don't know how many times Jan said, take 2 gummies and shut the fuck up. Because I was, oh no, it was bad. So we get this news flash that says 58 car pileup, 21 injuries ahead of you.
I saw something on the news about that.
Excuse me? I'm like, okay, we're done here. So let's just shut this down. We're done. No. And her son calls and says, turn around, turn around, turn around. She's like, what? He said, my wife won't let me live until I tell you guys turn around. It's too bad. I said, that's not enough for you? Like,
Yeah, that was on the news down here about that pile up.
And that pile up, we did not get to see. We were far enough away, thank God. But we didn't get to see but the traffic coming from it. But we went into a slide.
Wait, hold on. Is Jill already done cooking, or is she just not cooked for the night?
I don't know. That's what I'm wondering.
Now, it's early for her. It's only 5 o'clock, so she probably hasn't even gotten started on those Roman noodles yet.
I mean, that's
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ramen noodles?
She
Nope.
takes like
She
2
cooks
hours
a
to
lot.
make ramen noodles.
Oh, no,
Adrian,
wrong.
I thought you were going to try to come visit me.
Oh my God, I was. That was crazy. And then Jan tells me, of course, I'm not used to that area. Jan tells me, so you need to watch for, and I said, deer. She goes, don't you say that. No, we don't say that. I said, what? She said, they're ditch donkeys.
Oh my gosh.
I said, okay. She said, as long as it's snowing and blowing like it is, you don't have to worry about it. But if it stops, we need to watch for them. I said, okay, got it. So it didn't stop. And then it got so bad, we finally had to stop and pull over somewhere. Okay. So where we pulled over, it was so bad. Nothing. I'm not being racist. Nothing against anything. This hotel, I don't know. It was owned by Indians. Normally, it's fine. They follow the regulations of that franchise. Okay, this did not. We walk in there. Jan gets a room. We stop. We put our stuff in there, and we hear beep, beep. I'm like, no. We go up back to the front desk, say, you know, your smoke detector's going off, and we will change the batteries for you. This is not flying.
No.
We could not get it to stop.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sure you can. We couldn't get it to stop all night long. Beep, beep. I'm like, no. We were both up in that chair. The other one holding each other's ass, trying to get that, trying to make sure we don't fall because it's a roller chair. And we are so exhausted. Finally, she goes out. She wants to go smoke. We go out. I said, we need to tell them. We go to tell the front desk, this fucker's doing this.
Oh, jeez.
I'm like, no, this is a nightmare. We cannot, no. So I have my little black light. I'm going through the bed. I take it everywhere.
Never do that.
Yep.
No.
I want to know if there's bed bugs. I'm not taking this home.
There's
Nick, I
place
did
to
that,
tell.
remember?
What?
So
Remember I did that one time, Nick?
this thing goes off all
Took the
night
UV
long.
light and went all over the bathroom and the living room and the
Never do
It
that.
was awful.
Even
I'm
Joe's
like,
saying
no,
that.
this is not happening.
Not
We're so
even
tired. I don't
You
care.
don't even do that in a 5-star hotel. Never
Oh.
do that. Just
You will
stay
never
dumb.
sleep.
I have been to some really, really bad hotels. At least the advantage that I have, if I've got a smoke alarm going off, beep, 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 I can just take my hearing aids out and I'll never hear it for the rest of the
I
night.
wish I could.
Oh, wow.
I wish we could. But it was so bad. I turned the fan on between us so that we could hear the fan and nothing else. So here we are. It's like below zero. I don't know what below zero. I don't care at this point. I am freezing. I'm scared to death because the roads it's a blizzard looking thing. No, I'm done. No.
Well, once you get that negative there, it doesn't matter where it's at. It's damn cold.
Yeah.
Here's what I didn't realize. I lived in Kansas. I lived in Kentucky. I've lived in Colorado. I've lived in New Mexico. Apparently, New Mexico made me forget how this stuff worked. Because we get to Wisconsin, I go back there and I'm wiping the license plate because nobody can see anybody's license plate. And then I get to, like the trunk to pull it open.
Pretty close.
Are burning.
Close, Sarah.
Yep.
She stayed at a hotel that tried to kill her, so yeah.
Yeah, pretty much, Sarah. Yeah. So I touch the back end and my fingers are burning. I'm like, what the hell just happened? All I did was touch it. I get inside and start thinking science. Okay. Oh, salt chemicals and snow, dry ice. That's what I just touched.
Wow, Jill.
No, I don't care to go back there. Bless her son. I love that boy. He is now my boy. I love that kid. Her daughter-in-law. I love her. She's now mine. The grandbabies. She doesn't have grandbabies anymore. They're mine.
Yeah.
But
yes, it did.
hell
Jill.
no. They'll be mine
Yeah,
in spring, summer, and fall. That's it. Nope.
I
We knew
forgot what the temperature of dry ice has to be to stay frozen, otherwise it dissolves.
Jill's like,
salt and
almost sure
snow.
they made a horror movie in that room.
Well,
Like,
that was probably 1408.
yeah, it probably was.
Or she was
well-
next door in 1409.
I took pictures of this place. Like literally, I took pictures. I was going to complain because this was some bullshit. I talked to the guy and I'm like, this stuff's going on. He's like, I don't know how to fix it. What? I'm pretty sure you are relatives to the people that own this. You kidding me? No. I was so mad. And then we would not touch the continental breakfast because that guy that was picking his nose and eating it was also the one serving the breakfast. We just went on by. Bye. Have a good night.
No.
Nope.
I'm good. Next hotel.
But on the bright side, her man has points, like I don't know how many thousands of points at a hotel. And so he got us into the Candlewood, which was it was awesome. It was so nice. But no, we're gonna do this in the summer. Yeah.
I don't even know who this is. It's
Never
Brad.
again.
3 guesses what that is.
That's Brad.
Brad,
Not
I
Brad.
really tried the voodoo doll on you the whole time we were there. It didn't work.
It's protein.
Yeah, I would do the same thing, Jill.
I would have too, except it was too dangerous to go any further. And that was the last room.
Give a new
The
meaning
last
to hamburgers.
You lucked out getting that room then.
We did. It was getting really bad. And then we hit a slick spot the next night.
Oh no.
And I mean, we started spinning. And I was like, oh my God, we're going to die. I freak out anyway. And I'm grabbing the dash and the handle. And she's like, we were talking when it happened. She stopped a minute, recorrected within about 10 seconds and kept on the conversation. I'm like, you bitch, what is wrong with you?
She's
Friends
probably,
with you, that's the problem.
No, she's from there. It didn't scare her one bit. And I'm like,
she's probably used to that kind of thing.
she was. But we were like, she goes, okay, here's what's going to happen. You need to take 2 gummies and shut the fuck up and go to sleep. Or you got to quit.
Wait,
Because I was freaking out.
I want to
Needs to
say,
be a
what is,
paranormal travelocity.
was he? There's a new paranormal travel out there.
What?
Is that
Joe?
Um,
Travel app?
Well,
Hmm?
if it's the one that I'm thinking of, I think Clarissa has it. and
more.
they will have it. When we drive by certain places, their phone will ding, and they'll let you know that a paranormal location is right there in town.
Really?
Send me
What,
the app.
Awesome.
what is
I
this
gotta
app?
check these stats.
I need to know what
Send
this
me the
app is. Tom, you should get it too in case when we go on our road trips.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what's
well,
this app?
I remember I used to talk to the radio and it tells us where all the haunted locations are.
Yeah. I remember that one.
All right,
that's-
Joe, what's the name of the app?
Love it.
They just had Joe had him on his show last week.
Okay, but still not giving me the name of the app.
Yeah.
I probably got it.
Sarah's got a question here, Tom.
What's the question?
Sarah's asking, are you doing anything fun in the next few months?
Well, I'm glad to see you, Sarah. Thanks for coming by. Sarah is part of our Connected Universe group. She came over from our other group.
Right.
Yeah. So
in the next few months, it's going to be cold. I don't think we have anything planned. Nick and I usually take little short runs and evade the castle that's about 40 miles away from us, or we bother Michael Jordan's front gate.
Yeah.
Then we go.
I knew you were going to bring that up.
We go to the Home Alone house and we get honked at and yelled at by the neighbors.
I don't remember that.
Well,
unless you were yelled at.
That's because we didn't slow down to take a picture. If you slow down in front of the house, they come running out and tell you to move on.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
when you buy a house like that, you know it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
It's gated too. They put a gate around the entire place. It's identical to the one in the movie, but it's all gated. It's got that little driveway with the little what do they call that thing right by the door that kid kept knocking over every time we came for a delivery?
Oh, that's I know what you're talking. I can't remember what
Yeah,
it is.
it's like one of the old Holiday Inn guys, the little black guy Holiday Inn thing. Well, I should say that. Well, that's not very good.
Hey, Tom, here's an opportunity for you.
Bellhop,
That's probably why they don't have it anymore.
right? A bellhop.
Yeah, well, it was a little statue, and it was like a welcoming statue. It was like a little, I'm not going to say.
I
Website.
about that was actually something from back at the Revolutionary War, because my dad had one of those statues. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, they used to have them in the front of all the Holiday Inns. Well, that's probably showing my age, though, but I can remember that. I used to go and take a picture by it all the time.
Yeah, that was oh damn, what was that?
Brad.
It was a connection to the Revolutionary War. I remember that much.
Good stories that Nick don't want to know.
I can't think of any.
Has to know.
Oh,
I got a story.
Yeah, you probably do, Jeremy.
Well, it's not really a story, more of a picture, but we've already shown that all over Facebook last year.
I mean,
Hey,
I've got a
what's up,
story
Fred?
of leaving Nick in a basement or a sub basement.
well, I remember that.
Real quick, while Greg is on here,
Already.
Greg is on here. Tomorrow night on the 13th Dimension, same time as this show, Greg's going to be my guest, and we're going to be talking about Doctor Who.
Yep.
Ooh. Who?
Sarah.
Yes.
Tom, Nick, and John are like the Three Musketeers.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun leaving Nick in sub basements. That is fun.
It wasn't for me. I was scared as hell.
I mean, you were just the guinea pig.
Well, I got a lot of stories with Nick that involve him freaking out, but I don't really care to share a lot of those stories with you because that's so
What
embarrassing.
can you share?
All right, Nick, can I tell one?
Yes.
Depending on what it is. I don't know what it is you're going to talk about.
Yes.
Do you know what it is?
No.
The thing, Nick, if Tom starts the story, he has to finish it.
Okay, we were in Wisconsin,
Oh no!
And
I know
Nick
what
was,
this one is.
and we were doing an investigation of the Ripleys, believe it or not. You better hide, Nick. And Nick was our team lead. Oh, he disappeared. And Nick froze. He froze. He didn't know how to push a button. He didn't know what to do first. And he started to call his father on the phone to ask him what we do on a ghost tour.
I don't think that was how it went. And
But-
yes, Joe was the Wisconsin Dells.
But he calmed down after that. But I was trying everything in my power to get Nick. I said, Nick, you put a device down, you turn the button, it lights
Well,
up.
it wasn't that. That's not how it occurred. It was because I had to run a group. That was the problem.
Well, you know what? To be honest with you, we were never in there. This is the first time we went in there, and it was part of another guy's tour group. And they put Nick in charge of the first group that went in.
That was
And we
their
went
first
in.
mistake.
And then we get to a part, and we didn't know where to go. And then you move to the left, and it just circled around to the room, and you come back. And I said, this can't be the entire Ripley's, believe it or not. But then we had to go into the chimney. We had to literally duck and go into the chimney and come up the other side. And none of us could figure that out. We were just in this one room, and it was hilarious. And then Scotty Rourke was with us.
Yeah, he was.
And Scotty was hanging out in the jail cell, and we could see him across the way in the jail cell. We thought we're all going to get locked in jail cells. But that was one of the few times that Nick actually freaked out, and it was a funny story, but Nick already knows it, and now it's out in the open. But he came around, and we did a really great job, and we got some really good stuff in the Ripley's, believe it or not, especially the half head, the split head. Remember that one?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Oh
Take
my
the
God.
haunted boat tours around Halloween in the Dells.
And I freaked Nick out one time when we went into a prison parking lot, and I started to the I wanted to get a better picture of the prison, so I drove my car through the prison parking lot up to the front gate, and here these guards are up in the tower with guns pointing them at us because they thought we were going to try to ram the gate. And Nick's freaking out.
It was Pontiac Correctional Center that we were going to, which is now like the oldest operating prison in the state of Illinois. You know, it's been in operation since the 1870s, but even though it's a historic prison, it's still in operation. And Tom wanted to go. And as we're pulling up, I see the guard towers right there. I see a guard with a sniper rifle, like it was like he was ready to open fire on us. That scared the hell out of me.
Hey, Nick, I think about you every Tuesday night now. When I go to darts, I told you about the gentleman I met that was from Illinois.
Yeah.
And every time I see him, I say, I've just got to do it. I'm sorry. Illinois.
Yeah.
I said, I've got to do it in honor of Nick.
It's like Shawshank Redemption, only in reverse.
Well, it's like Iowa. People call it Iowa.
Sick and sub-basements, typical Saturday.
Oh,
and Brad just described this another
I
way.
knew that got up underneath the skin. So every time I get a chance, I'm like, Illinois.
More like the Three Stooges.
So, Tom,
Yeah.
have you been investigating even before you met Nick, or did you only start investigating when you met Nick?
No, I mean, I dabbled in it a lot when I was living in Ohio, actually. We used to go out, and before we knew about how the equipment worked and all that other stuff, all we did was basically go to different sites, and then we heard stories about particular buildings. And so we would actually go, and then the front door will be broken into, or the windows will be open, and we go inside, and then we walk around and literally use our own voice and talk to ghosts. So that happened back in 1983.
Oh, I wasn't born yet.
Nick wasn't even well, I'm not going to say that's kind of nasty, but But you know the little thing that comes together and kind of crosses, and then it gets.
Was that? Oh my God! Wait, was that 83 BC?
Well, and he goes back even further than that because, and it's in the story in the Encounters of the Paranormal, Volume 4. What we sent stories in. My mother was going to a seance, and I was interested in it then because I like the creepy and the spooky. But I mean, I had some bad experiences with monsters looking through my window when I was a kid. And literally, there were monsters looking in my window. I would go to the window and look out, and there's like this hole. I mean, it's not really a hole. It's like how the building was built. There's like a center section where it goes all the way to the roof, and then the light comes down into it. And if you look all the way down to the bottom, my aunt and uncle owned a mortuary, and they used that as the embalming room. So I look out my bedroom window, and I could look down into the embalming room of the funeral home. So I always had stories of people looking through my window when I saw shadows when I was a kid. But anyway, go back to the story about the seance. My mother and her friend were going to go, and then my mother decided she didn't want to go, so I stepped in for my mom. So I knew her, but I didn't know any of the other people. And so I walked into someone's house. I didn't know a single soul in that place. It was really kind of freaky. And then they set us down at the table. We started talking. No one knew it. We just said, "Hey, my name's Tom, blah, blah, blah." We were around the table. And then she started the seance. And she didn't turn any lights off. She did light a candle, but she didn't light it in front of us. She lit it over to the side. So it kind of like shined across the room at us. And then the different things were happening. And it was like, God, I can't see what other people are talking about, and then I'm trying to force myself to see. Someone said there was a guy like holding a football behind the other lady and all that stuff. So anyway, I was going through the night, and then all of a sudden, the weirdest thing happened. We were staring across from, you stare across from the person sitting the opposite side of the table. And then all of a sudden, I saw like a shiver over to my right-hand side. So I turned and looked, and it was the other lady. She was looking across at the other person. Then someone on the other side says, "So it looks like her face is changing." So I turned and looked again, and there was this shadow around the lady's head. And I thought, oh, maybe it's blinking. I blinked my eye, and the shadow kind of dissolved. And then I was watching again, came back, and the weirdest thing happened. Maybe it was my imagination, but I swear to God, I got goosebumps right now talking about the story. The face turned and looked right at me and smiled. And then I freaked out. So that was a story I remember vividly. And it wasn't like anybody set anything up because I didn't know these people. I didn't know a single person. And then there was a fight that broke up between two people that didn't even know each other. And then the guy ran into the bathroom, and then the medium got up off the table, shot into the bathroom. And then she said, if he looked in the mirror, whatever spirit was inhabiting his body would take over his body like a possession. And so I'm just going, oh, I want to go home right now. But it was cool. It was really cool. And then I always remember that to the day. And then I used to tell that story wherever I went. And one time I was talking to Mike Ricksecker, and he says, you should write that down, because I do books called Encounter of the Paranormal. And I said, we could put a story in. So then I told Nick, and I said, Nick, we got to write a story. And then at that time, Dustin was with us. He wrote a story. So all three of us had a story in the same book, and it was published. It was called Encounters of the Paranormal, Volume 4. Yep. So yeah, that was wild.
So what is like your, is there any investigation you've went on that you're like, I wish I would have never done that? No, not one. Nick knows Nick gets scared because he feels more of a presence maybe than I do, but I feel him, but I don't stop. I go forward. I'm here to see him. I'm not worried about how it affects me. I'm going to go try to find what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? And there was a couple times that I felt bad for Nick because we were at Ashmore Estates, and Nick got this extremely, what was it, like a headache, Nick?
I got like lightheaded.
He got very lightheaded, and we were only going to be there for like 2 hours, and we already had our tour, so we were on our free time through Ashmore, and Nick went outside and laid on the bench. So I literally went in and I got that other story too, Nick, about you laying down. Remember?
I'm going to help you out with this one because I got the picture to prove it.
You tell the story about the Hinsdale house.
Well, you know what? Well, guess what? Jeremy can also share that part of the story too because he was there.
Yeah, he was there also.
Let me tell you guys right now, I don't remember a whole lot of anything that happened between Hinsdale or at Wildwood.
Yeah.
The thing that I do remember was that Nick and I both left something at Wildwood, and I went to go pick it up, and I knew mine, and they had left something else for me to pick up as well, and it didn't look familiar to me. And I was like, well, I don't know, maybe I'll ask Nick. So I did, and he's like, yes, I've been looking for that. We ended up meeting at the Burger King right there in Salamanca.
Yeah, it was my watch. It was my digital recorder watch.
Yeah.
I had one of those. I didn't use it a lot because I felt like I kept moving my hand way too much.
No, when I was talking about the Hinsdale house, we just get in. I got the access through Dan Class, and so I got the key. I opened up the door. I said, come on, Nick, you want to be the first one or do you want to be the second one? Oh, I want to get in the house. So Nick goes in the house, heads right to the living room. On the couch, he goes to sleep.
I had a really bad headache that day. I took my medicine. I have a special medicine that I take when I have my migraines, and it doesn't really work unless I sleep. So that's what I did. I just dropped myself right on the couch and just went right to sleep because I just want to get rid of this headache.
It seems like Nick is like the comic relief of investigations. I mean,
he can be comic relief or he can be the guinea pig, one or the other.
Well, yeah. I'm going to show you guys something
or
else.
The guinea pig. I'm the comic relief all the time.
Or he can be both in one night.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you guys this now. This is what Tom was saying about Ashmore. This is basically what happened with me at Ashmore.
That's it.
Looks familiar.
It looks so peaceful in that picture.
Looks like you fell asleep on the bench.
The way that your face is looking, Nick, it looks like you're actually staging this one.
No, I actually wasn't. I know it does, but no, I actually wasn't.
That's when it came up. I said, I got to take a picture of this.
Grin on your face. Yeah, we're getting this picture.
Oh, he knew I was coming over there, but that's where he was laying when I first got over there.
Home for Mansfield.
Mm-hmm. So, Nick is the sleeping paranormal expert.
7.
When he gets up, he's ready to go again.
Miles in their sleep.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. I thought that picture was staged.
It wasn't. No. I swear to you.
I mean, he woke up when I walked over there, and then when I took the picture, he just started to wake up when I took the picture. That's how he was laying. I got another picture. You got that one where I was over by the sign, and I took the picture sideways?
Oh, yeah.
And I know Hinsdale House, there's an awesome picture that Jeremy took while Nick was sleeping on the couch. I think that Jeremy can show that picture.
I would have to picture
comments.
I think everybody took turns doing a selfie with Nick in the background as well. He's sound asleep in the Hinsdale house.
Yeah, because I was trying to recuperate.
Hey, that's the best way to get evidence is just by not paying any attention.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I walked upstairs and they got those grates in the floor. You could see down into the lower level. And I looked through the grate, and there's Nick still sleeping on the couch.
I think I was sleeping for about a good hour or so.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm picture right now.
Oh, are you looking for it right now?
Yeah. Well, I ended up taking 2 pictures that day while you were sleeping. One of you there, and also one with Lucy.
Yeah, and also the one you took when we were heading back from Mansfield.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
You took a picture too like that, Tom, 3 years ago.
Oh, that was like, yeah, it just came up on my history. I was going to send it to you, but I was embarrassed.
You should be able to share the screen.
Can I? Let me.
I
How do
don't
you
know.
do
If
that?
Nick shares his, we'll see 50 million tabs open.
I see comment settings, cancel.
There's
which one it is?
Go on
Nope.
to present. Oh, and we just lost Tom.
I wondered if he'd hit that wrong button there.
So you know what? He's kind of proven the fact that he can be the comic relief.
So waiting on Tom to come back, it turns out we have an award winner with us tonight.
We do.
Guess what button I pushed?
You press the leave studio button.
Eileen was a recipient of two awards last week.
Yeah, my property got 2 awards last week.
Nice.
That's awesome. Congrats.
We got Best Pool and Property of the Year for 201 plus units.
Holy
Fantastic.
cow.
Hey, what's up, Shelby?
Oh, now she's on the right one where we can see her name. I had to go
and
search
Brad is
who
back.
she was.
Yeah, I come up as Facebook user on one site. I get Jeremy's post and I go through his link. Jeremy can see me, but no one else can see my name. Then I go on the.
For some reason lately, if you go through someone's private page, then it just shows you as Facebook user. Because I mean, StreamYard lets me, shows my name all the time. Except if I go through, like if I went through Jeremy's page, it would show me as Facebook user.
And my Facebook picture. Yeah.
Sometimes I will have the universal page up so that I can see who it is. Sometimes I don't.
Yeah. Well, I always come in and I say hi, and I do that little wave signal, so that's me when they come in.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you like to throw in your little jokes on people.
Oh, yeah, my little zinger.
I know last week, I forget what it was, but last week you had Jill going on something.
I know.
I forget what the joke was, but you had Jill going.
I got something for Nick. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Tom, you may want to see this, what Sarah just wrote. Turn it into a tree game, whatever. Mike, that's just the little girl at Mineral Springs he saw with Tom.
Oh,
damn it, Eileen.
Sarah, Nick was also there at that same time. He mentions Nick all the time, too.
Yes, he does. I know that story all too well.
I've been trying to get Nick to join the Connected University. He keeps saying he would, but we haven't seen him come on yet. He's
What's
so busy.
Going on, Robert from Australia? Yes, the headache is gone.
I know, Robert. Hi, Robert.
Need to get Shelby onto our Fear Fans sometime. Yeah.
Somebody's giving me their headache.
Oh, no. That's because you're right below Nick.
I know. That's
not the roaches. Well, I'm glad Shelby's on my side.
Oh, Shelby knows I'll get her. I'll get Shelby good. No, I can't. She'll bring the snake, and she'll bring the real snake. And
you should see Nick and I go to Walmart. Nick and I go to Walmart and we look for Gorilla Glue, bottle of pickle. Come on, Nick, get that real long pickle in the jar. It's like 1 or 2 big pickles in a jar. I said, why don't you get that and bring it to one of the live shows?
Oh, my God.
Well, we do an investigation, Nick. We can hide the pickle. And, have the audience try to spot the pickle when we're on the investigation. How do you like? I like that idea.
No, Shelby, no. I love you, but I will never invite you again. I will say, Shelby, who?
Brad, no, I still have the Gorilla Glue that you gave me a few months back.
I don't know where I got those pictures at.
You can't find them?
No.
Maybe I'll look again and see if I can pull it up. Can I share a screen?
You're banned from going to Walmart?
That does not surprise me.
What did I can't believe I got asked, what did you do?
I bet they sat in that changing room and went, I need toilet paper. Somebody go get me toilet paper.
That sounds like a Larry the Cable Guy thing.
I don't think I have the option to share the screen with the picture. I don't see it. I got the picture.
Oh, let me see. Is this it?
Also, just curious, not change
Yeah,
subject.
I got that. Yeah, I have the ability.
Jill wants to know what you made for dinner tonight, Adrian.
Brad.
Oh, whoa.
Brad, do you understand how close I was to you? Do you understand?
You were not that far. You weren't even far from me.
Brad, I need you to understand this, okay? If it wasn't for a snowstorm, God protected you because I would have found you. And then nobody else would have.
And Adrian probably would have met up and wanted me to lead the way to find out because I have his address.
You damn straight.
Yeah. And if she came and visited Nick, I was going to come over.
I've got a non-paranormal question for y'all. Jeremy and I were talking backstage.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
I've been watching DB Cooper. Where are y'all? Where are you? What do y'all think happened to DB Cooper?
He jumped out of the airplane.
But what do you think happened after the airplane?
I don't know.
Somebody ate him.
I don't know. I'm afraid to answer.
Somebody ate him.
No, I really don't. I mean, no one knows, Nick.
No, he jumped out of the airplane. He landed in the desert, and that's the last they saw of DB Cooper.
The desert. That's the problem. Skinwalker's got him. He's done. Gone.
He could have
Here's
been.
what my thing is.
Far away from there.
I was telling Jeremy the only reason I think he's still alive is because there is no one that matched his description. There's got to be someone out there you talk to. No one matched his description that came up for missing person or something. You tell me that nobody would have missed him? Makes you wonder, though, was the people on the plane involved?
Could have been.
It could be anything. So exactly
the amount of money that he got, though, couldn't sustain a person for 30 years.
Right.
You know,
I don't think it was that. I think it was more, look what I can do.
Yeah.
He went home.
I think he's survived and just quietly living off the money. Because, like I told Eileen, if it was me, nobody would know a damn thing about it.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. If you never came home after that, somebody would mark you as a missing person.
Mm-hmm.
So either he was a loner, but I don't see a loner being able to pull all that off.
I don't know.
Because there was no internet and all back then to do research and all. He had to have someone who knew him.
Well, with our cell phones, people could track us anywhere.
What exactly is tonight's topic, guys?
It's a conversation with Tom.
Conversation with me. It could go like this.
Okay, so I'm going to throw something out there, and I want to know everybody's opinion. Brad, I'm going to kick your ass. That's all I got to say. I've been on the road for like 3 days. Brad, I'm going to kick your ass. I have no filter at this point, which I never do. But
she's had those gummies. She's had some gummy bears.
I need some gummy bears. I was actually told, I don't know how many times, take 2 gummy bears, shut the fuck up. But okay.
Hey, what's up, Jenny?
You get gummy bears around our place here, and they're coated with things.
Exactly. So no, I did have them with me though. I did. Okay, so I want to know you guys' opinion, and everybody in the audience chime in too. Brad, shut the fuck up.
Nick sucks. Oh, that wasn't the question. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, so we were talking, and anybody that knows me and Jan together, we were talking. So we actually thought about doing a show, and it doesn't have to be like every week, but like we're starting an Etsy store, and this Etsy store is going to be Brad.
No, that's Jill.
Jill. Don't egg him on. Okay, so we were talking about we're starting an Etsy store. There's 3 of us. One does like herbal healing. She's really good at it. So we're gonna make like little teas and stuff, like for different things.
I got your recipe.
I guess you call it a witchy store. I don't know. That's what I've seen. But anyway, we're gonna put different things in resin. That like protection, just different things. And these are things we've actually used. But we thought about doing, and I just want to know y'all's opinion. I really want to know your honest opinion on this. We're going to do some of our crafts on the show, but it's going to be like the beginning and the end of the show when we do show what we're doing. But
I've got a tea recipe for your ancestors.
Perfect. Send it.
I'll send. I'll
Well,
look
what
for
if
it. It works. I've used it.
What if the show goes like 3.5 hours and people see the first part, but they don't see the last part?
Right. And they just have to go back and look at it. But what we want to do is on mental health.
Oh.
I don't know. I know some of y'all know the reason we went over there to Wisconsin in the middle of fucking hell was for a little girl who her mother is very mentally ill. And we honestly thought before we got there, the little girl would be dead.
Jeez.
She's 14. It was a very scary situation. We did our job. We really did. I'm going to say I stayed back with her son, which is the best thing I could have done. If anybody knows me and Jan, we're family. No matter what, we are family.
She chooses to be your family. What? She chose to be your family. What?
No, fate chose her. She didn't. But I went to meet. I've seen all her kids on like grow up in pictures. It's no secret her son committed suicide, and I got to see where that happened. Anybody that knows me knows her son is with me most of the time. Why? We don't know. But right before I left, he's sitting there. What?
What Brad said?
What?
The souls of your
Oh my God.
What?
Whoa.
Brad, I'll talk to you later. You're going to be the one I sell the souls to.
Brad, you're in big trouble.
Well, you're going to wind up in
we will talk later, Brad. we will talk later.
You can start by taking body parts of Brad and put them in resin.
I really think so. I do. But that's only to people I don't like because that's evil.
On an Etsy store.
Yes, actually, yes. We are starting one. Yes. But anyway, it's not a promotion for that. Actually going there, anybody that knows anything about mediums or energy workers, you get 2 together and it's like magnified. You open each other up and you support each other. And that really is what happened. We've always promised if anything happened, we would take care of each other's kids. That's what best friends do. And it was just a thought. It wasn't a premonition. It was just, I promise to take care of you kids if anything happens to me. I don't care how old they are. They're all grown. Mine are. Hers, like she has one that's young, 2 that are pretty young. One's 4 years old.
Where's the mother at now?
Huh?
Where's the mother?
No. She's alive. Well, I was talking about Jan, but
Oh, okay.
the mother to the child that we went to is gone. Mentally, she's gone. She's not mom. She's gone. She was I'm going to say schizophrenic, but I honestly believe I've known a few personally, and I don't know what anybody else thinks, but please let me know. I think some people that are diagnosed with schizophrenia, if not all, are not blocked from the spirit realm. They're seeing things that we should not see, and we don't see them for our own sanity. We don't see it, but they do.
I believe that.
I have somebody who sees this, who used to see things. They put him on schizophrenic medication. He doesn't see it anymore, and he wants to see it again. He used to help spirits, and that's what his thing was. He said, I used to be able to help him, and now they put me on this, and I can't help him anymore.
If she goes off the medication, she's a danger to others as well, right?
Right, and she is not on medication. She never has been. She started locking her daughter up in her room. This girl's 14. It's scary. It was really scary. We tried to get there because that was one of her best friends. We tried to get there to save her friend. We knew what was going on. And so we tried to save her friend. We could not. We were able to save, I'm not going to say she was able to save the little girl. And I'm very thankful for that. We did what we needed to do. But my part of that was her son, her oldest son, is absolutely amazing. His wife is amazing. She raised both of them. She raised his wife for him, just because her mother wasn't able to raise her. But I got to meet them. I've heard about them for years, so I finally got to meet them. I have never met a 21-year-old that is so humble and so nice. When I walked in, he said, "I've heard so much about you," and he hugged me, and it's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And, I played with the kids. Those kids are so amazing. And, we clicked. It was like, he's always been my kid. And he took me around town, showed me everything. And she did her business with her friend and come back. But the thing was, we've always talked about each other's kids. And she's met mine. She's met my youngest boy. And they clicked. I mean, they clicked. He's Indian, which means he does work with the spirits. He works with different spirits. He works with elementals. I didn't know anything about that. He never told me. I didn't know, but he did tell her, which is the whole point of it, is you can talk to someone else better than you can your own mom. And that's okay, because we get to talk, and then we know our kids. I got home, and he said, "Thank you so much for coming." He said, I've heard a lot about you, and now you're like a mom to me. And I was like, "Oh, wow." And his wife, she said, I've never been so close to anybody in such a short amount of time. So, in things like that, you're where you're supposed to be. You were supposed to be there for a reason. But it was just really, two mediums opened each other up. I'm not going to say mediums, energy workers. Open each other up to things that you probably don't want to mess with by yourself.
We're in Wisconsin.
We went through Oshkosh. We went through Green Bay. We stayed in Appleton. That's the only towns I can really remember. There was some in between.
So you didn't get down there near Milwaukee and then come and visit Nick, right?
Milwaukee. No, we did not go through Milwaukee. We did not. We actually talked to Nick, and we had plans on going up there. The weather got crazy. 58 car pileup. Nobody died, thank goodness, that I saw. They didn't die. There was 21 people hurt. And I saw the interviews of some of the people, and the interviews were because I guess somebody slid and a trucker hit them. So they just kind of went through all 4 lanes. And so, of course, after that, I could see it happening to us, and I had to keep my mouth shut because she kept saying, stop manifesting stuff. You keep saying it, you're going to manifest it. It's going to happen. So I had to keep my mouth shut. But she's an awesome driver. I love her.
Is that a Wisconsin accident, or was it in Illinois going up to Wisconsin?
No, it was Wisconsin. Wasn't it?
But didn't you have to go through Illinois to get to Wisconsin?
We did. We did.
So you went the 90 route through Rockford, like that?
She doesn't know she was having gummies.
Oh, that's true.
I really don't know.
Yeah.
I just went to be a support for my best friend. That's pretty much what I went for. She called me and she said, what's your hometown, Brad? The one that was a nasty fucking motel?
That is where he was born, inside that hotel or that motel.
Oh, wow.
I wonder ew, no wonder your energy was in there.
Pictures.
You found them?
I found them.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here we go.
What pictures?
So, okay, let me.
It'll probably be Nick on the embalming table.
Oh, but Brad, honey, 1,000 Acres of Woods does not scare me. Lucy, he's got Lucy. He's got Lucy.
So there's Nick and Lucy all cuddled up together. The Hinsdale house. Yeah, I could not. Tom, I think you took this picture, didn't you?
Yeah, probably.
You don't want to see pictures of someone sleeping, Jeremy.
Is that wait, hang on. It's like, is that a bruise on his forehead? I don't think that was.
No, that was just the lighting.
Brad, the bigger.
You mean you don't want to see a picture?
I got one just like that.
This is one. We were in the Things mobile, actually, the one that Scott owns. We were on our way back home from Mansfield, Ohio.
I wish I could do that.
Oh my God, Sarah, come on.
What?
Nick is the greatest co-pilot.
Please make
It's
sure you do a good job.
if somebody is sleeping in the vehicle on the way back home from an investigation, it is a requirement that you got to take a picture of that person.
I'm glad nobody takes pictures of me. I'd be like,
Well, I got one more picture to show, Adrian, and I like
this is the best one.
I found this as I was looking for these other pictures here. This is actually me at the gravestone of the lady that named the Ouija board.
I want you to know that's the only picture that's left because I cannot find mine.
Yeah, I have like 5 or 6 pictures. A couple of them is me with this headstone. Then I got just the headstone itself and plus the back of the headstone.
Yeah, I cannot find any pictures that it's like it all disappeared. The only pictures I have left are of all of us in the tree. That's it.
Wow.
Oh, I'm going to show one quick other picture here too.
Yeah, well, you sleep at
this one is from
grave in New York.
No, actually, no. I was gonna say this one's from Utah. You want to talk about similarities? You took this picture of me when I was sleeping.
Hey, the sleeping paranormal expert.
And that was when we were looking for Bigfoot down in Central Illinois.
Yeah.
So yeah, unfortunately, I've somehow created some unofficial tradition for people to take pictures of me while I'm sleeping.
That's everybody. We got pictures of Jeremy too.
Nick, let's face it, you're not the best co-pilot.
See, the problem is I have this anxiety bullshit that no, I ain't going to sleep. I stayed awake with Jan the whole time.
I thought you were eating the gummies though.
I did, but I stayed awake.
That's why she stayed awake.
She felt good.
So I kept my mouth shut anyway.
I would have actually said that must
love his naps.
It's too bad we didn't have a jar of pickles and some super glue. We could have put it right next to
Wait, what? He ain't sleeping. He's just conjugating with the astral projector.
Brad.
He's projecting himself into a pickle.
Brad.
Whoa,
I'm gonna tell you something. Brad. Let's go here, okay? Let me tell you the scenario.
Yo.
My best friend calls me and says, I need you to ride with me. Okay. We have 24 hours notice. I'm on my way. Okay. I say, okay, I have time off. I haven't taken time off. It's paid. Let's go. Brad, it can happen anytime.
Better watch it.
Uh-huh.
Keep talking.
I
will pick up your ex-wife on my way.
Nick said that Brad didn't live that far from us.
He doesn't.
What?
He
No.
doesn't. I know where he lives. I have Googled it. I have his address. I have his ex-wife's address. I will go pick her up.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Brad, little tidbit, bub. I'm a paralegal. I have all the information. I still have access to Westlaw.
Joe will be your tour guide, Adrian, for that.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's play the quiet game. Dude, have you met me? Obviously, you have not.
I'll probably do better at that game than she would.
Yeah. You obviously have not met me.
See, I went to sleepover once, and whoever fell asleep first would get their bra in the freezer.
Oh, yeah, that was like
I still remember that break. What?
Jill, babe,
What?
Who needs a bra? Who cares? Those things at your age stay where they belong. Who needs a bra?
That's why I don't believe you were quiet in the car with Jen.
Oh, no, quiet. No, I wasn't, but I did not freak out because normally, I'm telling you, it's so weird because if you've ever, and nobody here has ever seen me and Jan together, but she has this calming energy. Yeah, she's crazy as hell. Don't get me wrong. But she has this calming energy where she can calm you. And she did awesome. We went into a slide. She stopped talking long enough to get out of the slide and continue that conversation like there was nothing ever happened. She's used to it. She's good at it. I love her. But
Jill.
I'm going to tell you what. We found out some things. Energy workers together are dangerous. We found out some things. I'm going to say this, and the person that did this will know what I'm talking about. If anybody believes in voodoo bullshit, I do now. I know nothing about it, but I believe it. There was a few things that we saw and experienced that we should not have. We were able to take care of some things that needed taken care of. Together, we were able to do it. Now, apart, we could not have done it. I learned how to deal with energy in a whole different way. I learned how to disperse it. I learned a lot of things. But I'm going to tell you, the things that... did anybody see in the news where that meteor hit around Houston?
I feel like so crappy because I really do not watch the news.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't like really on the news. It was on a news feed on Facebook.
What's that?
What is that, Tom?
It's a voodoo doll.
Okay, so a friend of mine gave me a voodoo doll. My dog ate it within 24 hours.
And what happened to the dog? What happened to the dog?
Nothing.
I've had this thing for years. This is actually got something inside of it, and it's made out of like a.
Shelby, I get it. I do not practice it either. I absolutely do not. But I believe in it now.
Doll.
No, that's a damn voodoo doll.
Yeah.
That is a voodoo doll. Yeah. Stick some pins in it. White one and a black one.
White one and a black one?
All right.
There should be a white pin with it, which is for good, and a black pin that is bad.
Oh, it's got them in it already.
Adrian, I sent you the recipe, and it's got what you do.
Oh,
awesome.
Adrian,
that's what I've been looking for.
Joe said he'll help you out with this. If it helps,
it's got the pins on the top of it. You see it?
And Jill.
Yep, that's it. Yep. Absolutely. That's it.
And Jill, what she just said earlier, this was about the. Thanks for letting us know.
You know what? I don't blame her. Jill, honey, you're young. Have at it.
The only thing alarming about this voodoo doll, if you could read it, I'll get as close as I can to it and see what it says.
It says New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, read that circle thing.
There you go.
Made in
China.
What the hell? No.
For some reason they. So did you get that after Katrina?
Yes.
Okay. So after Katrina, a lot of those shops, the real voodoo and things like that, a lot of them did not have insurance on their stores and their stuff. So after Katrina hit, a lot of the, not all of them, but a lot of the real ones had to pull out. And so everything comes from China.
Oh, really?
Guys, Jill's birthday's tomorrow.
Oh, well, my husband's was yesterday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
How old are you going to be, sweetheart?
Run around just for birthday.
22.
Oh, come by.
Happy birthday.
Robert was asking what happened to the person the doll represented that the dog hates.
There was not. It was not. I'm going to show you something, though. This is creepy as hell.
And Jill, I'll make sure not to come by. And yeah, it's already February 3rd in Australia for Robert, so I can see why he's saying from the future.
Okay, y'all four sing. Ready? Go.
Oh, I wasn't ready yet.
1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to Jill. Happy birthday to Jill. Happy birthday to Jill. Happy birthday to you.
You should have turned the camera to the cat.
Where is she? Oh, she's
She
playing.
said, forget you.
Yeah, she gets bored and she runs off somewhere. Boo Bear sticks around though. This is a big Boo Bear. Ooh.
Seems like everything's made in China.
Yeah.
But yeah, so literally, if you go to New Orleans, if you would have went to New Orleans, I don't know how often do you ever go to New Orleans before Katrina, Tom?
I went to New Orleans for the first Mardi Gras after Katrina.
So if you ever went to New Orleans before Katrina, you would see a lot more, like, I'd say legit places instead of what there is now. There's a few legit places, but not like there used to be before Katrina.
Oh, you mean the voodoo shops?
Yeah. I mean, you've got Voodoo Authentica, which is real.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got some that are, but there used to be a lot more.
That one is awesome. Okay. This is what's left of my voodoo doll.
Oh.
You're on.
And then there's this. Okay. So this, let's do this.
I put you on sale layout.
You put this on top of it. That's what it was.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
No. Yeah. Mm-mm. We're good.
Well, The problem with mine is it'll wind up in the cat litter box, and I won't find it until I clean out the cat box.
Now, I would have rather had that. I really would have. The black and white pins are still left.
A friend of mine, pre-Katrina, a friend of mine went to New Orleans, brought me back a voodoo doll, and she gave it to me in my car, and I didn't think anything about it. I put it in the center console of my car. It wasn't even a week later, my car broke down.
Oh, hell no.
I was like, okay. So I moved it to another car because I was cleaning out that car and just threw things in another car. That car broke down.
Oh, wow.
I was like, okay, so I don't know about this, but this thing's gone.
Okay, so this
that was the same thing about that brick from Bachelor's Grove, right, Nick? I had it in my car for
yeah, you got like a brick from Bachelor's Grove Cemetery.
And I never brought it in the house. It stayed in the car for 2 years. And I have it in my house now. It's
now,
sitting
Jill, there is a difference between voodoo and hoodoo.
Voodoo.
See, I've wondered that.
No, there's a difference between voodoo and hoodoo.
Oh, jeez, Brad.
Yes,
Adrian,
there is.
May want to see this.
Every time I cut my hair, I burn it. So, babe, I don't need your hair, honey. No, I don't need your hair.
I mean, can we Gorilla Glue his hair somehow to the doll?
See this?
You could.
See this? This is your face. We got this. No problem.
What is it? I get a little confused. Isn't voodoo is a religion? Hoodoo is a practice, right?
I don't really know.
I get them mixed up.
That is true. Voodoo is the religion. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think hoodoo is the practice.
Correct.
Practice. Oh, look, Adrian. You think I got enough? I got more.
You know what?
Those?
Jan smokes.
My vapes.
I have not smoked since August.
Wow.
That one's dead.
I was in a car. I'm like, oh no, this is not gonna work. So we get up there and her son, bless him, I love that boy. He's amazing. I mean, how many 21-year-olds write you a message after you leave and say, I felt like your family. And I don't get close to too many people, but it was nice to let my guard down. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I've watched you grow up in pictures for so long. But he took me to the store and he's like, this is my favorite one. I was like, you know what? Anything will work right now because I want a cigarette and I want it now. So still, we're on this. And all those grandbabies of Jan's were so sick. I mean, so sick. They had fevers. They were vomiting. And I cannot do vomiting. Nope. That is not my thing.
That was my husband's job.
Yeah. When my
vomiting
kids
and diarrhea.
Yeah. I will wipe butts all day long. I don't care. But the vomiting, So I would take my kids' sheets, roll them up, and throw them in the trash can. I don't care. I'm not washing them. I'm not rinsing them. Nope. I will go buy some more. Nope. But
I'll never forget. Oh, go ahead.
But these babies, I didn't realize one of the babies, he was 9 months old, vomited on himself. And I was holding him because he's such a cuddle bug. And I was holding him and loving on him. I didn't know he was sick. His brother was sick, but I didn't know he was. So I'm loving on him. I go back to the motel. I turn over and I turn the sheets over with me. I smell vomit and then I smell the baby. I'm like, oh, fuck. Really? And so we took elderberry the whole time we're there. And I'm like, oh, no. I hope this helps. I did not get sick. Jan did not get sick. But those babies are still sick. I took a COVID test when I come home to make sure mom and dad weren't sick. I went straight upstairs and I took 2 tests. But we're all good. I just could not believe I was able to handle that with those kids. Daddy was amazing. Daddy is the one that took the babies to the trash can when they were sick and he cleaned them up. Like, wow.
When did you get home?
I got home Night before last, like 2 a.m.
Okay.
Wow.
Like
Wait,
this, what
Sean,
Jill said.
Sean, where are you a maintenance man at? And what kind of where do you work for? I'm being nosy now. You talking my language.
I believe she was not. Yeah, I'm gonna say you're right. And we're dealing with something like that right now, and that's what I was. We're dealing with some things that I never thought I would be able to see, but I am. And now we're putting it together, and I know where it came from. And if you're watching this, I know where it came from. That's all I'm going to say on that one. But we're going to fix it. It's going to be gone.
Here are those pictures that Adrian was talking about.
Oh,
Yep.
That's the ones I was saying. You got to be careful.
Yep. I was so tired that night.
And I tried telling Jeremy that there was a nice couch nearby that he could lie down on. But he just wanted to sit in the
asleep
chair.
on that one. Mustafa was probably asleep on that one.
I was asleep on that one earlier that day. I'm surprised no one took a picture of me then.
Because it was behind a banner. You couldn't see it unless you went to the bathroom. And when people were going to the bathroom, they weren't thinking about taking photos.
There's me when we were all at Waverly.
Yep.
Hey, Sean, I do apartments. That's why, I'm in the apartment business.
Church since 1995.
And then I got another one here.
Now, who's that on the right?
That is Rosie.
Oh, it's Rose. Jeez, I couldn't even recognize her.
That was when we all met for the very first time. Adrian comes screaming out of that hotel lobby.
Oh my gosh, I love that picture.
That is an awesome.
Because the smoke alarm kept going off.
Hello. Hello.
Well, you were kind of the same way too when I showed up at Waverly, Adrian.
That was when we went to Waverly. Hi.
Hey.
Oh yeah, hi.
Now I've got plenty of video of David.
That's when I first met Jeremy in person. Okay, I don't have food. Go on. Go on.
You don't believe you.
Damn evil. What bad? Oh, treats.
Popper.
All right, who wants treats?
Popper.
Let's go.
I believe you, Joe.
Well, I have to clean up bodily fluids all the time from kids at the school.
Well, I can't do it. I love my kids. Now, if I was the only one around, I would. But my husband, we were out looking at houses one day. It was a new build area, so there was nothing around it. And one of my kids threw up in the back seat. And I looked at my husband and said, "Your turn." He goes, "I think I got the last 20. I said, "I don't care. It's still your turn."
Yeah, nope, I can't do that. Nope.
See, my cats throw up. I got one cat that has seizures, so she has seizure medicine. But they throw up, and I'll wake my husband up at 6 o'clock in the morning. There's throw up in the hallway. You need to go take care of it.
Clean up in aisle 3.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know if you guys know that because I work at a school with special need kids, and that's my job during the day, and then I work Walmart at night. And I used to do maintenance at Walmart, and believe me, I picked up a lot of stuff at Walmart too.
Yeah.
If I had a hat, I'd tip it for you because that does take.
Good night, Sarah. Thank you.
Yeah. The kids are challenging, but we only have 6 kids in my room, but the 4 of them are pretty challenging.
Come on. Oh.
I got bit today, but it was because he went off the schedule. And I wound up getting bit in the arm. But he didn't break the skin or anything. I already got a tetanus shot when I fell on the ice anyway, so.
Come on, baby girl.
Hey, Joe, I don't like you right now. I liked you 5 seconds ago.
There hasn't been anything severe that's been working on.
What?
What?
That's why he got kicked out of Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably kicked him out of Walmart.
Shelby can't do blood. You know what? I've seen that, Shelby. It's not a pretty sight.
But if you saw how many tattoos that girl has, how do you not do blood? Because some of it does come out.
Oh, you don't see that. You see it as ink. It's all good.
Yeah,
now I know how to get her on an investigation.
Uh-oh, you better watch out, Shelby.
Oh, now Shelby's going to have to go into witness protection like Brad.
See, Shelby lives a lot closer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's going to have to go into witness protection.
Brad is number one. He's enemy number one.
She said
I'm going to put this up because I really like this. I really like this painting that he has.
Who did that?
I'm not
that
sure.
Was,
he said who it was.
That was by, I think that's by an investigator by the name of Vanessa Hoggle. Tom can
I'd like to talk to that person.
She actually used to work
on Facebook.
What's what?
Vanessa's on Facebook.
Yeah, she's got a Facebook, and she's still living in Virginia, isn't she, Tom, or did she move down to Florida?
She moved down by her mother down in Florida.
Okay. Before
who
she
has
also used
that
to live.
picture?
That picture that's hanging on my wall?
That's yours? Okay. I didn't realize who had it just then. Ask her, just ask her by yourself if she knows, if she has ever heard of the ninth energy. That's all you need to ask her.
Really? Okay. The ninth energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's probably home right now. I mean, if we send her a link and her maybe she'll come in.
Absolutely.
And I'd like to reply to Robert's question. There is a haunted, of course, there's a couple of haunted tattoo shops down in New Orleans, but there is a haunted tattoo shop in Louisiana right outside of I can't remember the name of the town, but it's where the Bonnie and Clyde Museum is.
Okay.
I mean, I can tell you about Louisiana, but that's about as far as I can tell you.
Yeah.
Well, I could add to that too is we also have,
Robert says she's on.
So we actually have also a old haunted tattoo shop here in Chicago. It's called the Old Town Tattoo Shop, and I can't remember the full history. I know one of the entities that haunted, they call it the Man in the Black Suit. He's often been seen throughout. In fact, I think it was even featured on the Travel Channel show Most Terrifying Places in America.
Okay, so when I went
to have a man in black suit.
Yeah. When I went to Wisconsin, I can't remember if it was in Appleton. Oh, yeah, it was in Appleton. There is a house. It's not a house. It was a building. And I don't know, back there, Andrew, come here. Tom, this is our boy.
Oh, hi.
Love attention. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Go lay down or go settle down for bed. He's our special needs boy. He's autistic.
Oh, terrific. Good kid.
Some days I want to kill him, but that's our child. Anyway, we've actually, Nick, I was shown a video. Jan showed me this video, and it was a video of what people on the lower end of the spectrum see when they go into like a mall or anywhere in public. And the headline of the video said, if you can make it through this video. I could not make it through the video. It was a 2-minute video. I could not do it.
Really?
It was the senses that they see, the sounds they hear, the plastic bags that are just so loud to them, and the sounds and the lights I was like, oh my gosh, that explains.
when they go out and hallways and stuff, they always grab their headphones.
And I keep telling this kid, like, because he acts normal. He acts like any other child in the world, but he crawls up our butt when he's in the store. And I'm like, I'm always, get out of my butt. I watch this video and I'm like, I get it. I'd be the same way. I get it. His sensory is just overloaded completely. Just every sound is overwhelming. But how would you know that? He couldn't convey that to me because it's normal to him. He couldn't convey that I see it differently. I can tune it out. He can't. So I asked him, I said, okay, can we do headphones when we're in the store? Like, you can listen to whatever you want. A baseball game, a football game, your music, meditation, whatever you want. Let's try this.
That's actually not a bad idea.
No, it's not that bad at
Jan
all.
has been a lifesaver. She really has, with her boy who was really high up on the spectrum.
Nick, was there
Saturday,
in your class?
we took Angelia shopping.
Yeah, does she do the same thing? Like, things, she seems like things bother her when there's so much noise.
I was going to ask Nick if he could remember back when he was in school, if a lot of kids wore headsets when they went out in the hallway and stuff like that.
Honestly, as I can remember from my days, I don't really remember that many kids really, if ever, had worn those, because unfortunately at that time,
right,
they were prohibited in schools. I mean, now it's a lot different now, but at that time we had headphones.
It's not like the headphones I got on now. It's like a noise elimination.
Oh, one of those things. Okay, you know what? Actually, yeah, I think, you know what? Now that I remember, yeah, we did have those. I don't know if it was through all the years, but I do remember having them for 5th grade. And not only did I have them, the classroom that I was in also had a pair of them.
Wow. Yeah.
I sent you 2
I was
pictures.
gonna say, what the hell did you just send?
I love that picture.
Oh, wow. Check that out.
I actually made the dress.
Really?
That girl,
let me rephrase that. I dyed the dress.
You dyed.
That girl looks like the girl from King of Queens.
That's actually my assistant that went here a couple of times.
You know what? She actually does. Yeah.
That's all I see.
It looks like she'd be on a morning talk show.
Yeah.
Don't give that girl a big head.
Beautiful.
I love it.
No, the dress was white. I spent $5 on that dress.
$5? Top $5.
Did you go broke? Are you okay? Do you have dinner tonight?
I got free Burger King today.
No.
Yeah,
if we could get that girl Vanessa on, I would love that at some point, because I would love to ask her that question. But I do want to say, if we ever get 2 people together that can see, feel, hear, it doesn't matter.
Here you go, Jill.
All those tabs.
Oh, well, there it is.
Doesn't she look like that girl from King of Queens?
She really does.
We still have 7 tabs, Nick. Good job.
Yeah.
Well, no, you can't see the rest of them.
No, I can show the rest.
Look, our little Eileen can clean up so nice. Look at that.
And here's the other picture. I know you guys took 2 of them.
That really shows her.
That's awesome.
I think you could share photos like that if you're on a computer, but I'm on my phone, so I don't think I can do split
I'm
screen
doing this
like
on
that.
my laptop.
Gotcha.
They are absolutely gorgeous. Oh,
yes, I get it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. She looks like she could be on a like Morning America.
Yep.
Yeah.
They all do.
Yeah, the one in the middle. She's one of our vendors. She's my buddy. She's my my party buddy at conferences.
That's amazing.
She is beautiful.
Yeah, she makes me look like I'm like, both of them made me look like I weigh 5,000 pounds.
Oh, bullshit.
Because they're like both like a size 2.
Oh, bullshit.
Thank you. But no, I went to Goodwill, got the dress. It had some nicotine stains. I didn't like that, so I dyed the dress purple.
I was gonna say I'm surprised you didn't put Gorilla Glue to keep the dye stayed on the dress.
Gorilla Glue goes on the nipples so that it does not fall off.
Thank you, sweetie. No, I actually got to say too. I put those little stick-em bras on, Adrian. Oh my gosh, never wear the stick-em bras.
No, they do not work. Try sweating in them. No.
I'm kind of afraid to ask, what are stick-em bras? I've never heard of them.
They're actually like sticky things, and they're not bras. They just go on the boobs.
No, this one goes from
what
here
Jill's
to here,
saying?
and then you bring it together in the middle.
Boob tape. Yeah, good enough. Boob tape.
It's making me think of pasties.
Oh,
No, this is yes, the one with the drawstring, Shelby.
Oh, I was thinking, what Jill said. I was thinking more like gorilla tape. Yeah, Brad just used gorilla tape.
All right, so Tom.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask you this because lately this has been a contention for a lot of drama last couple of days for whatever reason.
We don't want drama.
But I know that that there is drama involved in this, but that's a completely different story. But Tom, I know that you and Nick go to a lot of conventions.
Yeah.
Right.
What conventions out there would you say are among the better ones?
Sorry.
I would say we're going down to Alton, but I don't know if they're going to be doing the kind of paranormal convention like they did. Actually, I'm thinking about going down to Alton and maybe doing a paranormal convention down there with Mineral Spring Hotel, but I haven't had the time. I retired this year, so at the end of this year, I'm going to be free of at least one of my jobs. So I'm going to have a lot more time. So maybe we should put something together for Alton.
Come to Colorado.
Yeah, I got some connections with, I know Sharon Lucky from McPike Mansion, and she will actually open up her place in the front yard, and we can have a party right in the front yard with a fire pit and everything.
Oh, no, you don't understand. My house is haunted. Babe.
Uh-huh.
Look what was on that thing.
Everybody's house is haunted.
No. You don't understand. No. This house was built in 1908. It was all in the family except for just a few years of it. We had guests at our wedding that were not living.
Shelby, if it wasn't such a pain in the butt and so expensive, we would like on our side. But no, it's a pain in the butt to put on a convention.
All right, well,
conference stop.
Shelby, come to Colorado, babe. You got a place to stay. There's nothing expensive. You're fine.
Well, the Chicago Hauntings used to have a real good convention, and Nick and I always volunteered to help set up and take care of that one. That's how we got to know a lot of people in the paranormal world too, because we could go anywhere to any convention with the celebrity lineups, and someone's going to know who we are.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because we've helped them. We've helped them many times. Back when Ursula Bielski, she was doing the Chicago Hauntings, Paracon, the Chicago Hauntings. Mm-hmm. And hey, you didn't notice my shirt. Wait.
Oh yeah, I know that shirt.
Now I will tell y'all know my friend Rich Valdez.
I'm just here for the booze.
And
it's got the ghost on it. So, how do you do this? Can't do this. I'm gonna fall down at it. I'm just here for the booze, like the ghost booze.
Well, y'all know
I don't like using the word ghost anyway.
Yeah, I don't.
It don't matter what you call them. It's all the same thing.
Well, I mean, spiritual entities that I would say would be better, but people don't want to use that term.
Or evil or whatever. Hey, Andrew.
So y'all know my friend Rich Valdez.
Okay.
and he has his own show now, or again, I should say.
I was just gonna ask
And
him.
he actually had Johnny Zaffis on, and I really respected Johnny Zaffis. But after that show, I actually respected him a heck of a lot more. And y'all know I've met so many people, and I was fangirling during that show.
What did John Zappa say to us, Dick, when he got up on stage for the first time? And he says, "How many people think that I'm a mean old man and I just steal things?" And then, like, half the people just raised their hand, and then we all start cracking up because that's how he's perceived on TV. He goes and investigates, and he's got the haunted artifacts, and then he takes them away and puts them in his little museum. So it just seemed like he's going around stealing things from people. So I guess that's how it was coming across to him, that people were thinking that he was the haunted collector was actually the haunted thief collector.
Well, and he said on the podcast, he's like, they wanted him to be serious. They wanted him to wear a suit. And he said that's not him. He's got his white tennis shoes, and he's very seldom serious.
I just saw him a few months ago at the Michigan Paracon. I actually spoke with him for a little while.
That's good. Thank you.
Adrian, he's going to be at Old Park Hotel, too. They're holding that convention, or near Old Park, I must say. I don't know if it's there or not, but I know that Dan's been promoting it, but Johnny Zaffis is going to be there, too.
Okay. Who?
It's like Nick and I went on this
Zaffis?
adventure. Like John Zaffis, yeah.
He's the godfather of the paranormal.
We were celebrating when we went to when I was at Michigan Paracon. He literally was like, it was like they had this celebration for him, almost like it was his birthday, almost, because it was celebrating 50 years of him involved in the field. They had like a cake. They had the Ghostbusters theme playing. I mean, it was like it became like part of John Zaffis's like night practically to celebrate 50 years.
No.
Like I said, of everybody I've ever met, that's the one I want to meet. That's who I fangirl with.
Well, if he comes back, come up to Michigan Paracon.
Who?
Remember
John Zaffis.
Yeah. He's been to Chicago.
Yeah,
He's supposed to come up to Colorado this summer, I think.
Yeah.
He even came to my college that I was going to. He actually spoke for like a one night only thing. And that was actually the first time I got to meet him in person. Funny thing was, we took a picture and I still got the picture. It's a photo. It's just like a normal photo, like as usual. But for some reason, my eyes were kind of reflecting off the camera light. So I have like these evil looking eyes, Sprat. Like,
that's your normal eyes.
Glowing red eyes. I have like these glowing demon eyes. I'm thinking, man, it's no wonder why John Zaffis is a demonologist. I'm a demon too.
Well, Nick, you remember when we were at the art? What would they call it? We had the Paracon at that Irish Hall, and then we went in there.
Was that what was that? It's the.
And that was like,
it is. I can't remember what it was.
It was
called.
almost 100 degrees outside, and then
oh my god, that place is horrible.
Then Josh Gates came in, and he sat down at his table, and he couldn't stop sweating. We were running around trying to find fans for Josh Gates.
We were like that. That was all of us, and that was, can you believe it? Now it's Tom. That was 10 years ago, but it's still poor Josh Gates. That was just. I felt so bad for him, but at least I got a picture with him at the end. So he was a really nice guy.
Eileen, I'm coming to get you. We're going to go bury Brad.
Oh, I'm all for it.
Yeah, Joe, you definitely want to try to come out to the Michigan Paracon. It's a lot of fun. I'm hoping to go back this year.
Look
Remember,
I got on my Starbucks card.
Oh my gosh!
Oh wow! Wait, a 50. Wait, that's a gift certificate or what?
Some more Paracons.
Yep.
Yeah.
I showed it just for Brad.
I didn't actually see it.
It's got $50 on my Starbucks card.
Oh, okay.
Brad hates Starbucks.
Yeah, I know he does.
Unless Brad can make us a better cup of coffee, I don't want to hear it.
Shelby, come on up. We'll go to Starbucks.
Well, my problem is who would actually pay $7 for a cup of coffee? I walked in there one time, and it was like, I said, just give me a regular coffee.
See, mine's only like $5.
Yeah, even the regular coffee comes close to $5 now.
Okay,
it used
so
to be
I
like
could get
$3.
I could get my Keurig, have
Yeah.
a month's worth of coffee,
But
2 Starbucks.
I gotta tell y'all, so it does take a lot to make a caramel macchiato because I've got a coffee bar, I've got the Ninja coffee bar, I've got all the little drinks that go behind. That like when you go into Starbucks, you see all their little syrups. I've got all that. Then you've got so you've got to mix it just right for a caramel macchiato, and then you've got to you got to froth your milk. You got to, so it's a lot of work to go to it when it's so much easier just to drive through and already have it done.
Yeah. Well, they still have to do it.
But it's already done by the time I walk in there. I've already ordered it on the app. I'll walk in there, grab it, and go.
Well,
And if you get the app, if you get the app, you can always you get like freebies. You get points to go towards freebies.
My father and mother still have a percolator, a tiny little percolator. There's probably
I do too.
That is the best coffee, though.
4 cups, and they still use the Hills Brother coffee in there. It's wild. And I said to my dad, I said, "You're gonna have to, we gotta inherit that coffee pot." When he goes, and I said, "I'm gonna grab it." I said, "I want that coffee percolator."
That's my espresso.
Brad, what do you know about normal? Tell me that.
See, I get the iced coffee, or I get the caramel macchiatos.
I don't think I ordered an espresso one time, and I didn't know what an espresso was. So he said, "You want a single or a double?" I said, "Make it a double. I don't care." So then I got the cup, and the cup felt just like a plain cup. And I looked inside; it looked like someone spit in the cup.
It's a shot glass.
I never had one. I never had an espresso before. I thought espresso was a big cup of coffee with real powerful coffee in it or something. And then it looked like a little foam, and I looked like someone just spit in the cup. So I ran over and I poured the cream all the way to the top of the cup and put 2 bags of sugar in it, and I stirred it up, and that's how I drank it. I said, "Oh my God, I'm never going to do that again." I was so embarrassed.
I remember my first cappuccino. I was up north visiting my brother because I'm from outside of Seattle. So I went to go see my brother and my sister-in-law when they were getting married. And my sister-in-law was like, "Hey, I'm going to take you to this coffee shop." And it's like the ones you see now. It's on a corner, which I'd never seen one like that before. This was back in the 90s. And so I go in there and she orders me a cappuccino, and I fell in love. And it took forever for us to get our first. Our first one was, I think, a Seattle drip here. Then we got cups and all that, and we finally started getting Starbucks maybe 4 or 5 years, no, maybe about 5 years ago, 5, 6 years ago. So
still talking.
Yeah, so I blame my sister-in-law. She got me addicted. But when in Seattle.
My mother's got to have at least $500 on her coffee card for all her gifts for her birthday and Christmas and everything. She puts it all on one card.
That's fine, Robert.
She's got a fortune on Starbucks cards.
You put your nose up there and I will beat it.
Do any of you guys have a Canela?
Oh, what?
Canela coffee?
What is that?
I don't even know what the hell is that.
It's another coffee shop like Starbucks is. We just had one come here in New Haven just a couple of months ago that took over the old Rallies building. And I have never heard of that company before, so I was wondering if any of you guys had.
No, I haven't heard of it.
No.
But no, like I said, if anybody wants to try, the best way I have found to try to even remotely make a Starbucks at home is the Ninja coffee bar. That is like my husband's got his Keurig, and I've got my Ninja coffee bar.
Oh, it's funny you said that. Wow.
No, I'm not that bougie. I'm good.
I like that painting.
You like that painting?
Yeah.
Brad, they didn't tear down the Rallies here. They actually took the Rallies building and made it a Canela where you got it. where you have the drive-throughs on both sides of the building. That's what they did.
Hey, babe, you want to take?
No, I got to show you. In my hallway. I just went and got it.
Right up here.
Brand new in the box.
Come on. Get over here.
Here, that's why.
Now that one has the it's hard for me to actually get my thing right. That's my problem.
Take your meds.
Yeah, well, that's probably why it only cost $30.
No,
but it was so cool. And then I got this one, and they're sitting in my hallway for months.
I think they're up there on that. Oh, okay.
So I got 2 coffee makers in the box sitting in my hallway.
I've been doing myself lately, but
Yeah, you're.
I'll show you mine. Because mine's actually
It's Thursday.
Nice, Joe.
They say ninjas are the best.
I have 2 of those. You know why?
No, I don't.
That's mine.
No.
Okay. Those are the low milligrams.
Yes.
Okay,
And the high, because we had the high one last time,
gotcha.
first time, and I had to take that one for the
Gotcha.
first time.
Anyone on TV?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize what you were doing. Hold on.
Well, Nick.
No.
No.
Oh, I gave you.
Off the coffee
You
maker.
do that bullshit.
Wow. No, it's probably got a grinder on the top of that one.
No, it doesn't have the grinder, but I do have a grinder. But I mean, with having
Good night, hon.
I just buy the espresso.
Ah. So, you want to come up? You want to say hi? Come on.
Okay, guys, I got to get off here, get some kids to bed. Husband's sick.
Oh, you okay?
Baby.
Zach okay? Or?
I love his little face.
I wonder what
Right.
would happen.
There she is.
Hi,
Jack,
Say
Morris.
hi. Hi.
Hi, Morris. He looks like Morris the
Jeez.
cat.
Hold on.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
I would wonder.
She weighs like 30 pounds.
Oh, I bet.
I was trying to solo lay out you, Tom, so you can see both the cat and you.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
You did that for
Gary,
the coffee maker too.
message me after the show. I got something to run by you.
What you were talking about earlier?
That and something else. Yes.
Okay.
So, guys, good night. I will talk to y'all next week. Oh, if I see Trump
Adrian,
come
I'm gonna
here
text
one
you
more
what's been
time,
up
I'm
for you.
going to shoot this thing. I don't want to see no more politics today.
Wait, what?
I keep getting these damn pop-ups about Trump, and if I see one more, I don't want to see politics again tonight. I just don't.
Oh, and Adrian, Brad had this message for you. He isn't going to help you hide my body.
Babe, I don't need help. You have this impression that I'm
We'll put
old.
confidential on it.
Don't get me wrong, I am. But don't think this redneck bitch will not take your ass out. Bury you somewhere.
Just
But-
about imagine how this sounds on Spotify.
Sorry, guys.
But
I'm just going to say this.
now,
Brad's will be in your nightmares.
Brad, honey, I've done my own dirty work for many, many years. But the thing with you,
Huh?
I will bury you alive with your head above ground. So you can say, okay, I was wrong.
Well, you know
Adrian,
what, Adrian, I'm just going to tell you this. I actually can help you out with that because when I did my first audiobook story, I do have a story involving something like that. I'll have
There
to
we
send it to
go.
you.
Brad, be careful. Be very, very careful.
Next to Jimmy Hoffa.
Sweet dreams, Brad.
Adrian, I'm going to
Good
get in
night,
touch with
guys.
Vanessa.
Whoa.
I'll give Vanessa your user ID for Facebook and see if she gets a hold of you.
Yeah.
Oh, I got his number.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
Good night, guys.
Good night,
I'm with
Adrian. Have a good night.
Adrian. I'm fixing to head out myself because I've got to actually go do a little bit of work before I fall asleep.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Girl, you don't need to do any work. You're already tired.
Well, we're short staffed in the office, so I got to do the computer work at home so we can get caught
I'm
up.
gonna swim with the fishes.
That's well.
Look at the baby.
Oh, wait,
Whatever.
hang on. I got to solo lay out this.
Yeah, that's so cute, hey baby.
Tom, that's not good for babies. Not at all.
He's like begging for it.
No, he just swatted it.
No, she was like, bring it back to me.
Like, please bring it back.
Oh no, that is not good for the babies. Okay. Good night, y'all. Kitty, enjoy your snack there. Jeremy, I'll talk to you in a little bit.
All right.
All right, good night, Adrian.
Bye, guys.
Night,
She loves
everyone.
ice.
Good night.
Good
Night.
night.
We
She
might,
loves ice cream.
we might as well go ahead and end the show because I know that we'll still be on here for 4 more hours. I wonder what.
We're good. I just want to give it one final layout just with the cat, but
No,
I think she's done.
Yeah, cat's had enough.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
I think even she
share
knows.
ice cream cone together all the time.
Well, Tom, definitely was great having you on. I mean, I know we didn't really get to much of the paranormal experiences, but
Well, that's great. I think I'm off next Thursday too. We could finish it.
I mean,
Well,
do we have anybody for next week, Jeremy?
as far as I know, no.
Well, if I'm available, I'm off on a Thursday. I'm going to be telling Nick, and then I could jump in. It's a lot of fun.
That works.
Yeah. No, Brad, that is not happening.
No.
8
not-
more hours? No.
No.
And I already calculated how many hours that would be right around the time I'd be waking up to go to work.
Yeah, you start about the time I do.
Yeah, I always get up like close to 7:30 each morning.
Oh, you get 7:30. I got to get up
Well,
at 5:30.
Oh, yeah, there's a big. Well,
I'd be going to bed for at least another 2 hours, but I would like to have a chance to just rest and relax and not have to be talking. So
that's
Yeah,
kind
there
of
you
me today. I haven't really had much of a chance to relax because I was on to the crime to the crime show earlier. It's just or Jill. Oh, by the way, Jill's actually asked and saying, "Come on to Fear Fans if you're able to." I know that's on a Tuesday, but yeah, we'll have to have you on Fear Fans as well.
that's where they do the reviews on horror movies.
Yeah, and obviously Tom knows Don very well. So,
Oh yeah. Yeah,
The only
he
one that's
hasn't
not-
asked me on his show though.
what's that?
I didn't get an invite from Don yet to be on his show, but
Well, I mean, I have offered it to you. I mean, it's been mostly me, but unfortunately, you're usually working on Tuesday nights.
usually working Tuesday nights. They've been fluctuating my hours. I can't believe I had that injury a week ago tomorrow where I fell and cracked my head open, and I only had to work 2 days, and then I'm off the rest of the week. So I don't have to be at work until Sunday at Walmart at night. So I have all my evenings free from now until Sunday night. I might even go for fish tomorrow. When was the last time I said that, Nick?
Fish fry. You know what? I may want to come with you to that.
Yeah. Why don't we do a fish fry tomorrow night? I got a couple people interested.
I got nothing going on for it tomorrow night. I can join.
All the cod you can eat. Ask your dad.
Yeah.
Is your dad? Ask your dad and mom if they want to come. We could do it around 6 o'clock or so.
Yeah, I'll talk to them about it. And Brad, oh my God, when are you guys doing the review of the most horrifying movie of all, Nick?
I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think so either. The closest ever that I've involving me is my audio stories and my. You know what? One of these days, I need to try to get back and re-release my documentary. Todd, do you realize now it was 5 years ago that we all saw my film at Schurz High School? It was just like,
Yeah.
I've been meaning to cut it down. So
That's when I won the Ouija board in the raffle there, and it was signed by the Constantinos. And was it a week later or 2 weeks later they died?
no, they died back in 2015. This was 2018 that we won.
Oh, that was just Club of Horror Con at the high school.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember now.
Right.
That was about the time. That was about the time I started coming hanging out with you guys, and I got invited to the Midnight Paranormal Society.
I know I didn't really get to know you until like about late 2016, but I did hear your name. But well, here's the other thing. I'm just going to point this out really quickly. What's so funny and ironically funny about me and Tom's friendship is even though he didn't meet me until like later in 2016, he already knew who I was years prior. I mean, he had recently revealed, and I must have missed it. He actually found out who I was basically almost 13 years ago, because you said you discovered who I was when I was 17. I was still in high school at that time.
Well, you were coming out to the film festivals.
Yeah, I was.
And that's when I got to know you before I knew you.
Yeah, you got to know who I was when I was 17, but it wasn't until like 5 years later that we actually finally got to meet in person.
And now you're going to be 30 years old.
Oh, jeez, what have I got myself into? You made it
half my age. Less than half my age. I'll be 65 this year. So yeah, I took a picture of me the other day, and I go, "Who the hell is that guy?" It didn't look like any picture I've ever taken before. And that was probably because I was having a headache and some pain. I still got pain on the top of my head. You know, when you have an injury, Jerry can confirm this, you know, when you have an injury, the pain never goes away. The sensitivity never goes away. But then you start feeling better. Before, I felt like I had a hat on all the time. Yeah. You know, like a stock cap. That's how the sensation felt, and I didn't have a hat on. So it was a minor concussion. Thank goodness it wasn't worse, but I was bleeding really good. My shirt was like soaked in blood. You wouldn't want to have been around me on that one.
Oh boy! Well, either way, you definitely gave us quite a scare for that.
Yeah, you would have freaked out. You know, if it happened like if I came out by your house or something like that, you would have really freaked out because there was a lot of blood. Considering it was like a puncture hole, and you know I didn't have a cracked skull or anything. It's just a pressure, and then I had my head swelled up. You know, I kind of looked like that guy from. The Hills Have Eyes. That's what I was looking. That's what I looked like. I was looking at myself. And I looked like the guy from The Hills Have Eyes.
Wait, which one are you talking about? The original or the remake?
The original one. Yeah.
Michael Berryman.
I think that is his name. Yeah.
Michael Berryman.
I was looking at myself and I looked just like that guy, and I said, "Who is that person?" You've never looked like that before. I know it's like I looked like a totally different person.
Yes, that is true, Brad.
It's so true. And Jill, yes, we will be celebrating it tomorrow. Like we said earlier, tomorrow's her birthday. So, yes, we will be celebrating our birthdays all month.
I know. I'm the only one that sang happy birthday to her.
Well, we didn't wait for Adrian to come back.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
But no, we're glad to know that you're okay, though. Seriously, because that gave us
I'm doing fine. You know, I started going back to work on Tuesday, and then, like I said, I had this break from the second job, so it's only working a half day for me instead of 2 full days. You know,
right?
In one day. So I don't wish any kind of injury on anybody, and it happened so fast. You know what it was? I'm laying there on the ground with my hands out to the side, and literally people seemed like they were going by me like a flash. And it felt like I was laying there for minutes. And it was probably only seconds, but the people around me were going real fast. The cars were going fast. Everything was going really fast. I don't know. Then I sat up and I go, what the hell happened?
Yeah.
Then I walked in. I didn't know I was bleeding, and I walked in, and then the lady that checks the bags at the door, she said hi to me, and then when I walked by her, she saw all the blood go down the back of my neck, and then she called the manager, and the manager came over and wound up taking me aside, and then they kind of had to clean up a little bit, and then they took me right to the immediate care center.
Well, at least you got. At least they were able to get you taken care of very quickly. I mean, that would have been, again, that would have been a scary sight to see.
Well, yeah, and then I got a tetanus shot, so my arm still hurts from the tetanus shot. I don't know why that hurt me so much, but the tetanus shot hurts, and then I got bitten. I got bitten this arm today from a school kid. So yeah, it was an interesting week. I can't wait till tomorrow. Then I have all day Saturday off, and then Sunday I start back at Walmart. So I got a half a day on Sunday, and then Monday starts my next week. Double shifts all week.
And not put salt down. Oh yeah,
no, you know what it was? Yeah, I was in between two parking lots. There's a Walmart and there's an old Sam's Club. So I park in the Sam's Club, and then they got this mound that you climb over, but then they had pushed the snow up on it, and it was like kind of slippery, and there was a tree right there. So I grabbed the tree and I walked around the tree, and then when I put my foot down, it just went bam. I don't know if my head hit the curb or it just hit back straight on the ice. Like I said, it was like slow motion.
Yeah.
Anytime you have any kind of injury like that, your mind just goes slow motion, but everything around you goes real fast.
Well, you know what? I'm just going to say this.
Jeremy can contest to that. Is that how it was? It felt like you were in slow motion when that injury happened, but everybody else was moving real fast.
Yeah, it was slow motion when the actual accident happened. Like when I got hit to the time that I fell down, it seemed like everything was slow motion. Then once I got up, then it was all regular speed.
Yeah.
No,
but in the meantime, you can see people going by, and they look like they're flying by it. And not one person stopped to offer a help.
Oh my God.
No, it wasn't like that for me.
Walmart shoppers.
It wasn't like that for me.
Jill, it's like the Office episode where Dwight has a concussion. You know what, Jill? It's funny you brought that up. I was just watching that episode. That was the same one where Michael Scott burned his foot on the George Foreman grill. I know the feeling too. I mean, I've never had like a head injury myself. The closest I've ever done, which ironically enough, I slipped on ice, and this was, again, strangely enough, 10 years ago was when we went to attend my grandfather's funeral. And at one point I had to go out to the car to go grab something, and I slipped. I didn't land on my head, but I landed on one of my arms, like literally flat on the ground. And
yeah,
I had almost that sensation too, because my arm was hurting so bad. I actually thought I broke it. Like, I'm not going to lie. I thought it was broken. And
I finished.
And I remember one of my cousins later yelling at one of the funeral directors because there was no salt and stuff. As soon as he finished yelling, he started throwing salt on the street. But I know the feeling like when it's slow motion, everything else is going really fast.
I like that skeleton you got back there.
Yeah.
Oh, the pirate?
Yeah.
You know what? I had that as a Halloween decoration, and a friend of mine, he really liked that thing. And he passed away here in the house, like this skeleton thing where it's at now. And I took this thing for his memorial, and it was at his memorial, so I can't really throw it away. I just leave it by the light there. So that was another traumatic experience I don't really want to get into.
Yeah, well, and I already know the story to that too. I remember you told me about it.
The traumatic, finding your best friend. Yeah, that's not fun. Hey, you're my best friend now, right? Yeah, you are. Yeah. Yeah. One day she'll probably do that. Give me a right.
Oh my God, Jeremy! Remember when we were on Vivian's show?
That happened on a show.
That actually did happen on a different show that Jeremy and I were on. We had they tried picking up the cat, and oh my God, she had the most aggressive and loudest angry yells I think I've ever heard and seen in my life. I've never.
That cat was not happy.
He was not messing around. He was mad.
Yeah.
Well, she loves everybody. If you came over here, she'll come right over and sit in your lap. Most cats don't do that. She does. She just likes company.
That's
Well,
good.
you've known my cats, Tom, and they're the opposite.
There you go. Thank you. She gets the kiss. And she eats my ice cream cone.
All right, well, folks, I think we're going to go ahead and call it a night. And
All right.
I think Tom will be back next week.
Yeah. I'll double check that and I'll let Nick know for sure that I'm off on Thursday again.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So we'll look.
You're going to be more
Yes, Brad.
On next week. And then
Brad.
on the 13th dimension, I will be talking with Greg Bakken, and we will be talking everything Doctor Who.
Yeah,
That'll
there
be
you
an
go.
interesting episode.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it because I know nothing about it.
I don't really know much of Doctor Who either, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to it. And
wasn't Doctor Who part of the independent, like Channel 11? Like an independent channel. It was only on independent channels. I don't think it was on regular channels. That way it had a following.
I'm not sure, but I know the show dates back to the early 60s, so it's been around for quite a long time.
Long
time.
And even more amazingly, for such a show like that that's so notorious, I heard too that's I think like a few hundred episodes are missing. Like they got most of them, but there's like it was like 200 or 300 episodes that are missing now, apparently, and they're still looking for those lost episodes.
Yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of research on this so that I can actually ask Greg some intelligent questions on the show.
Yeah, you're going to need to do some research and figure out how to ask that, because even if I was still co-host of 13th Dimension, Jeremy, I would have nothing to ask because I wouldn't know either. I wouldn't be able to help you out in that case.
You'll just add it to your Rolodex. Your Nick's Rolodex.
The Rolodex.
Yeah. And next week, on Wednesday night, Nick returns with the Nick Files, finally.
Officially.
And then Don and I will be back with Marks on Wrestling. We're going to be talking about the Royal Rumble that was just last week. And then hopefully Tom will be back on Supernatural Talk.
I thought you were good. You're not doing Marks on Wrestling this week?
This week we didn't.
Okay.
Because Don was working last night.
Okay.
So our show schedule is going to be 2 on, 1 off, 2 on, 1 off.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
So that's what we will be doing.
Then in March, all the Paracons start up again.
What's that?
In March, the Paracons start up again.
Yeah, and Jeremy, when we get off here, actually, Tom, if you want to stick around too, I got to talk to you about actually not necessarily a Paracon, but
the private thing we were talking about.
The what?
The private investigation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not Tom's private investigation, but just a private investigation.
I don't think Jeremy knows that story. We may want to hold on.
Yeah.
You'll have to save that one for next week.
So for those in the audience, thank you for playing along. Tom, thank you for being on tonight.
It's great to finally have you on.
Yeah.
And
hoping your cat will make one last appearance before we get off here.
Come on. Here.
Oh, maybe.
Here.
No?
I was going to say, you can always move the camera.
I could do that too.
Yep, there she is. I see her.
She's on the other side of the couch.
Here on. Let's just get a closer look here. There you go.
Hi, Jeannie.
Looks comfy.
Looks very comfy.
There you go. We're a little pet. Yeah.
Close
I'm about 4 feet away from her. All right. Well, you guys take care, and we'll come up. I'll think of some stuff, and I'll spring it on you on the next show.
Brad said he was waiting for her to take off a toe.
That would have been the other cat on Jenny's show.
Oh yeah, that would I would have said to you, Brad. Yeah, that's probably gonna happen. But now
that would have taken off his toe.
Yeah.
All right. So, everybody out there in the audience, thank you so much, and we will see you all next week.
Have a good night.
See you later.